You can ask for the beaded bro samosa chaat, guys. What are you playing at?
Bro special. You get me?
If you had that cry last time, mind-blowing stuff. What is this? I walked into I'm a stone and they didn't even give me a chip. Oh, that is serious. Welcome to Chaii, fellas. You've heard of Goodfellas, right? But this is where tea meets gangster. Let's check out the place. Check it out. What's going on gangster here, guys? I'm over at Chaii, fellas, in Walsall. A new joint, only been open on the 25th of December, right? They tell me everything in here is absolutely gangster. Even the chai, right? The tea itself. We've been and we've done the whole tea experience. But these guys tea and then they do like a mixed bunch of like street food. Proof's always in the pudding. Right, time to order. So we are going for a variation of parathas, which is a flatbread, right? We're going for the classic. We're going for the spinach one, and then we're going to go for the potato one. Okay, then we're going for an egg filler wrap. It's egg in a wrap, but it's supposed to be done a little bit different. Then we're going for a samosa chaat, which is basically a samosa. It's a typical Indian street food. And then we're going for Panipuri, which is like a round sort of circular with a hole in the top of it with some water, an explosion in your mouth. So we want to check these guys out. Apparently this is all gone gangster in Warsaw. Okay, then we're going for their tea, right? It's tea with a little difference. That's what they tell me. Let's check it out. It's going to be smoky in there. You've just been watching, right? The parathas, the flatbreads being cooked. Now, let me tell you, a lot of places that sell these things, right? It's frozen, so they get it frozen. What we've just witnessed there is what happens in Asian households. Everything's fresh, the dough's just been done, and then it's filled. I think that's the most important part here. That everything is fresh there as you order it. It might take a little bit longer, but it's happening fresh. Right, I got some more action going on here. Remember we told you about the samosa chaat, which is a really famous Indian street food. This is Moon, by the way.
Hello.
He owns a gas, right? And this is the samosa chaat specialist over here. How are you, sir?
I'm good, you know.
You're alright, yeah? What is it that you're doing? Why are you abusing this samosa? What are you doing with it?
I'm abusing it because it tastes better cracked up inside the pot.
Oh, so you're making it into little bite-sized pieces, are
There
you?
you go, you get every taste of it.
I've had a lot of samosa chaats in my time, and what they do, right, they put the samosa, actual big fat samosa, into the thing, right? This guy's actually breaking me up. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
And this is just for
Just for the beaded bros, you get me?
Two
Special.
Two samosas. So if you want two samosas, you can ask for the beaded bro samosa chaat, guys. What are you playing at?
Bro special. You get me? Bismillah.
And these are fresh samosas on a daily basis.
Daily basis.
Again, use of a lot of fresh ingredients. What I find with these guys, right? Even the samosas, are they cooked in house?
No, we cook everything in a kitchen.
Okay.
Based in Birmingham.
Okay, so you get all your ingredients are fresh every single day.
And we cook
so you're not using stuff from frozen?
No, nothing's frozen.
There's a lot of difference in tastes, isn't there?
It's very different to taste. We always believe in cooking fresh food because it gives quality food. Frozen food, what happens is you lose its taste all the time when it's frozen. So what's the difference is with freshness is that when you cook it fresh, it gives that freshness taste in the mouth rather than when you cook it frozen. Frozen doesn't give you as much as that. We've tried it, we've tried and error. We've made fresh puris, fresh parathas compared to the frozen ones are much better, and it gives the customer a better experience at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, this is why one of the reasons why I chose these guys, right? Because when I found out that everything is nice and fresh, that's what I want to do. So the proof's always in the pudding. Let's check it out. time to eat. Right, let me show you this first of all. This is gonna be one of the most famous Southeast Asian street foods on the market. Okay, it's called Panipuri or call it Golgappe or what have you not. Let me show you from here. It's like a crispy ball filled with potatoes, chickpeas and some sauces. Right, the main sauce is, let me put this down first. I have to warn you, this could get messy. Is a tamarind sauce, there it is. It's a sweet and sour sort of sauce. So you put that in there. Oh! It blew up on impact. Once more. I'm gonna try to do it without getting it all over the place. Ready? And taste explosion. You got the softness of the potatoes, the chickpeas, a little bit hint of chili going on there. You got the tanginess of the tamarind sauce. This is a lovely sauce. I mean, actually go like this. Oh yeah. But moving along to the next dish. Right, next up is a samosa chop, guys. Let's have a look at this. Presentation wise, right, it took these guys, if you remember, the guy was smashing up the samosa into like bite-sized pieces. Then he put it on top of like a bed of sort of homemade like yogurt, chickpeas, and then garnished with coriander, tomatoes, I can see onions. Right. There you go. That's a nice chop, I got a little bit of crunchiness coming in from the samosa itself. I got that kick of chili. Street food is not bland. It's got plenty of chilies in there. Right, this is exactly what they're doing. I got the crunchiness of the onions. You got the tamarind sauce again. The softness of the tomatoes. There you go. That there so far is probably the best one. That's samosa chop. Moving along swiftly. We're going through that much food right now. I have to just take bite-sized things. Right, if you remember, we ordered the flatbreads, the paratha. Okay, this is the plain paratha. We saw the lovely lady at the back preparing these, but she said she's camera shy and she refuses to go on the camera. So we can't do that. I'd love to put her on there. Right, let me get this out first. This is pickle, achar to you and I. I can see green chilies in there. Oh, they've actually given me two kinds of achar. This is probably my favorite one. This is chilies only. Okay, so you got a flatbread. Right, first things first. We're going for the oil test. When you cook these, right, these are, if you can see, not too much oil going on here, which is brilliant. For anybody who's health conscious, it's nice and warm. It's a little bit crispy as well. Okay, so for this one, we are going in for the pickle achar. Okay. Proper home cooked paratha. That's what it is. And this was the beauty, and this is exactly what I was telling you guys earlier, right? The difference between something which is frozen and something which is made fresh. Let's try this achar over here. It's fresh, it's warm, goes really well with the pickle. I really enjoyed that. We got two more paratha. You remember that she was stuffing the paratha. One was with the potatoes, one was with spinach. They're up next. Guys, I'm out trying to discover new food places. Do not forget to hit the like, subscribe and the bell icon. Here comes the rest of your video. The parathas still continue, and this time around the lovely lady from the kitchen has sent us a aloo wala paratha, which is basically the same thing as what we had earlier, but filled this time around with like a potato mix. So it's not plain, it's actually got the mix inside of it. I'm trying it with the pickle again. This is my favorite pickle. If anybody fancies sending the Bearded Bros some pickle ever in the future, please do remember it's the green one, the Patax, right? The chili pickle. Don't start sending me pickles, it's a joke. Right, okay. I like it, but I would have preferred it if there was more filling in there, because I can't really differentiate between the simple paratha and the aloo wala paratha. I know there's something in there, but I would have liked it with a little bit more filling. Let's move on to the third one, which is the spinach one. Right, paratha number 3. Just by looking at this, I can tell this is spinach. It's gone darker in shade. Let's have a look at this. Do not be fooled by the appearance, because spinach is very good for you. And this is very, again, I must stress, right? Look at the amount of oil that she's using on this, which is really good. It's a healthy option as well, because paratha, you know, when you think paratha, you think it's going to be really oily, but no. Look at that. The filling's nice and warm. I'm going to try it without the pickle. Definitely better than the potato one, I would say, right? It's not the best paratha I've had, but it's definitely better. It's definitely better. Right, guys, so next up is this here. It's the egg filler wrap. This looked absolutely amazing when he was making it. Basically, a tortilla wrap. And he had this lovely, lovely omelette in there. Look at that. It smells absolutely divine. Come in. Go away. Mate, that there is the showstopper. Wow. Coriander, onions. It's an omelette, such a fluffy omelette with a tortilla. The tortilla wrap is actually being, if you can see, toasted. It's got a lovely sauce in there. Got some salad in there. One thing is missing. The pickle. We got some green pickle and we put that on there. So now we got omelette, tortilla, and the green pickle. Oh. That is a gangster omelette wrap. Chaii fellas, that there, mate, is the showstopper. They've got it right on that. You can just come here just for one of these. It's such a massive thing. Look at the way he's wrapped it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's an omelette. It's got a kick to it. It's not bland. It's got salad in there. It's got chutney in there, and then the toasted wrap. Honestly, when in Walsall, you've got to have an omelette wrap. Compliments of the chef, a vermicelli delight. To you and I, a faluda, a very pretty looking faluda. If you look at that, we got nuts. I can see a red sauce. I can see basil seeds in there. I'm gonna try to take this off, right, so you guys can have a look inside as well. But before I do that, I'm gonna try it.
Get the bowl of seeds.
You can either do it like that, or let's do it like this. It might get a little bit messy, but let's do it like this. Or get it, right? I can see ice cream in there. Let me show you like this. There's the vermicelli there, and it's really, normally, right, in a faluda, these are they're quite thick, but these are really thin, and that makes all the difference. Forget the bloody straw. This is the way to do it. Look at these bad boys. You can see the basil seeds. You can see the sprinkling of the nuts. And they use a very thin vermicelli in there, right, which is absolutely brilliant. This is a different faluda. The taste is right. I could taste roses. That there's a good fluda. Right, finally, we've got to the dessert section. Zoom into this bad boy over here then. Now, this is a house special milk cake. If you can see, there's some sort of liquid, sort of like milk chocolate at the bottom, right there. That, I assume, gets absorbed by the cake and it's called a milk cake. Let's have a look. What does it look like? Right, taste test. Creamy, chocolatey. Got that liquid going on underneath the cake. Oh, but you know what? Not that sweet. I was gonna say that this would be really sweet, but it's not that sweet. And you got the mousse going on. Look at this. You see what I mean? But the cakes actually absorb that liquid. Hence the name. Right. To wash it all down. Alright, it's Chaii fellas. Just like the good fellas, but Chaii fellas. Moment of truth, this is called Karak with the Farak. That means it's Karak tea, but with a little bit of a twist. What the twist is I will tell you now. It's a good tea. It's a little bit thicker than a Karak tea, but it's been brewed, you can tell, a little bit longer maybe than a Karak tea. This is more of a Karak meets Dudh Patti. Dudh Patti is your typical Asian tea that we would have in our houses when we were kids, which would brew for hours and hours and hours. And this is like Karak meeting Dudh Patti. That's what that is. But it's a good tea. Don't knock the tea, don't knock the cake, right? But it's a good tea. Right, so that has been Chaii fellas over on the West Bromwich Road in Walsall. Right, let's talk about the place first of all. The place is new, it's only been open since like 25th of December. The management themselves, the staff, really friendly people. They were very, very self-explanatory when it comes to their food. It's quite simple food, to be fair. It's a Desi fusion going on. We got Paratha going on, we got the omelette wraps going on, we've got Chaii going on, we've got the house cakes going on. So it's very traditional, but at the same time, very contemporary. Walsall definitely needed this. Walsall has probably struggled where Birmingham and places like Leicester and Coventry have really got the new joints, the burger joints, the dessert parlours, but Walsall still got the whole sort of the old-fashioned, the Desi Chaii going on still. So it's definitely a must for Walsall. So big thumbs up to these guys first of all. Moving along to the food, right, we tried the 3 parathe, which was the standard normal paratha. Then we went for the potato one, the aloo one, and the spinach one, the sag one, right? Not the best paratha I've had, gotta be honest, okay? Paratha were good, the oil levels were right, but definitely improvement on the paratha must. You've got to do this, guys, right? Just to keep ahead of the game on the paratha trade. Definitely needs improvement. Then we went for the Panipuri, which is the chickpeas in the round ball and the whole explosion thing. Really good. I really enjoyed the ingredients on that. Top marks for that, guys. Again, it's a street food. There's nothing special to be writing home about. It's a street food. Then the samosa chaat, which is another street food, really famous street food, especially in Punjab in India. I really enjoyed that. You had the right level of chilies, the right level for the tamarind. So that was really, really good, really impressive stuff. Then we moved along and we had the omelette, the filler, the big whole massive omelette in a tortilla wrap, right? Top marks. Definitely the showstopper. Even if you went to Warsaw just to have that, right, with the tea, perfect. Really fluffy, to the point. It's a toasted tortilla, and honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think that was going to surprise me, but that's what surprised me. The omelette wrap. So as for the omelette wrap, these guys tell me they're going to be doing a lot more stuff when it comes to because they're only newly open. So you got to check these guys out. Then the milk cake, the fluda, and the tea. That's the last 3 things. Milk cake, perfect, really, really nice. The sugar levels were right. It wasn't an overkill of sugar. The fluda itself, again, another showstopper. If you're coming to Chaii, fellas, ask for a fluda. Obviously, to wash it all down is the Karak Chaii. They're onto a winner there. I would adjust it a little bit. I'll maybe make it a little bit less thicker because I think after you've eaten all your food and you've done all that, right, then the last thing you want to do is want a heavy tea on top of that. So I think if I was them, I'd add a little bit more water. But overall, Chaii, fellas, right, this is what we paid. And this is what they're scoring. There's a good reason why they're scoring the score here, right? They're a new company. Their food was really good. They were really helpful. I don't think it's a wasted journey coming to Walsall for these guys, right? Definitely give them a shout. They're definitely doing something a little bit different. Guys, you're watching Imran, and carry on watching the Bearded Reviews. We had this right last time. Mind-blowing stuff. What is this? I walked into this. I'm a stone, and they've even given me a cheese. Oh, they seriously.